Alrighty, hello and good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing perfectly fine. I appreciate you asking. Super excited to chat with you here, Mike. We've had some great conversations off the recording, as well as yesterday. So I would love for us to continue that. If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
So my professional experience, I originally am from New York. I did 6 years as a customer service rep with JetBlue Airways, which was frontline. I worked ticket counter and gates. And then since I moved down here to Florida, I have had customer service roles. I was over in a with Bears Furniture as a customer service rep, more file clerk sort of as well, but I did have face-to-face contact with the customers. And for the past 2 years, I've been in administrative assistant roles, working in HOAs and dealing with front-facing customer service.
I love that. And thank you for that introduction. What stood out to me is how you mentioned that you were working with HOAs. And that stands out to me because eventually in this role as well, you're kind of going to be helping the teams with, the HOA approvals for their projects. So I love how you have that transferable skill already. And then, your skill set when it comes down to I would say your extensive skill set in customer
Mm.
service, right? Well over 10 years in customer service, those fast-paced positions, high volume positions. So you know how to endure that kind of fast-paced environment. So I want to touch base a little bit further on your customer service side. And customer service can be a wide variety of things. So when you think about customer service, Mike, what does customer service mean to you?
So customer service means that you are putting your best face forward. You're dealing with multiple things at once. You could have a phone answering, and you're in the middle of typing an email, or you can be in the middle of an email. Phone rings and a customer approaches at the same time. You just got to get that customer that's in front of you first because you don't want to keep them waiting, and then you want to prioritize, is the email appropriate? Get the email done, or you could either be on the call, make that phone call back, and send the email at the same time.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with me. And you mentioned when you were stating that, as far as priorities and organization, which is major in a role such as this. So that comes to my next question because we know with this role, kind of like you mentioned, you're going to be having to tackle the phone lines, the email correspondences, and any other, administrative tasks that you're going to have. So how are you going to be able to keep yourself organized throughout the day?
Just try to make a checklist in the beginning of the day to see what's going on. If you had anything left over from the day before, and then just prioritize what is in order of order of
Priority.
priority. Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Order of
yeah,
priorities, and then always try to get whatever comes in first. Make sure that you're prioritizing that first, unless there's a specific emergency that comes up, and then
100%.
then you have to drop everything, put that on, handle that first, and then go back to your list that you create.
Exactly. And right, it's knowing your priorities and what has to get done. So again, that's definitely key in this position. I want to talk a little bit about some systems that maybe you have used in the past or are familiar with using. Do you mind sharing that?
Sure. I do have a very good advanced with Microsoft Office, Excel, Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, and then also I've used other systems in the past. I've used Proptia. I've used uh, OnStar.
Mhm.
There's others, and then each company I've worked with, they all have their specific systems that they use. But I can pretty much pick up a system very quickly.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff there. Just two more questions to wrap it up here for you. In reference to, any time off that you'll be needing in the next 30 days. Do you need any days off at all?
Not in the next 30 days. I
Mhm.
do have July, I believe it's July 10th or 13th. I do have an important call to make that I have
No.
to be on, but I don't think I will be missing any time. If that call does happen, if I do have to be there in person for it, or I will definitely let everybody know. Managers.
Perfect. Yep, and we have some time as well, and then we can definitely honor that call. So it's not a problem at all. And then my last question for you, as far as starting a new position, how soon were you looking to start?
As soon as possible, as my contract with my previous temporary position just ended last week.
Awesome, awesome. So you're ready to rock, which excites me that much more. Awesome stuff. Well, Mike, I just want to thank you for the time that you spent with me this morning. I want to go ahead and stop the recording here, but if you don't mind, stay with me in the line. I want to chat with you really quickly.
Okay.
Thank you so much.